That Ursher, John, and Luda had to do it again.
Yeah, I've been doing that all year. You can tell me that.
Please tell your lovers and friends.
And that what again?
That Ursher, John, and Luda had to do it again.
I've been saying Usher. Is that okay?
Please tell your lovers and friends. That Ursher, John, and Luda had to do it.
Gives to Robinson. Pull-up jumper inside the top of the circle from Nate. Rattles and drops. Sweet touch from Robinson, who's 3 of 3 from the field. 7 points for Nate. It's 25-8 Dogs by 17. Robinson with a steal out the halfway line. Out hustles Matthews for the ball. Gives to Conroy, who is fouled going to the rack. Ah, what a hustle play from Nate Robinson.
And they're going crazy in Boise. Terry, did you watch the UW Huskies in their first-round game yesterday? Did you dance a big jig or what?
I didn't watch it. I listened to it on the radio. I was in my car.
In your car, driving for 2 hours.
Yeah, running kids around.
Running kids around for 2 hours straight.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
At noon.
At noon.
Yeah.
They didn't have school yesterday.
From noon to 2, they wanted just to be driven for 2 hours.
No, I mean, I had some errands to run, so...
So you heard bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces,
you went to
it wasn't like...
Home Depot, you went to...
Nails.
Get your nails done. Kids have to wait in the car.
Right.
And all that other stuff.
All windows up.
All windows up, no air to breathe.
No air to breathe.
Yes, typical Gestapo mom that you are. And then you took them for a haircut, you gagged them and put the ball in their mouth. And they had to deal with whatever haircut you felt was appropriate at that given day of their life. And that was your day. I understand how it worked for a mom. Typical mom stuff.
Yeah. But all while listening to the game.
All while taking in a big dance, #1 seeded UW Husky game. Wow. You're a modern woman.
Oh, so modern.
So you heard that off to a big start. What was it, like 16-2?
Yeah, something like that.
There was a little bit of a scare kind of feel, but overall it was never really in doubt.
Yeah.
And it's on now to round 2 for the Huskies to play the team that, no one expected them to play. Everyone seemed to have Pitt and the UW Huskies meeting each other in round number 2. That's not the case.
Wow.
Stephen, your thoughts?
Well, I had Pacific in my little bracket.
It is a very little bracket when you're talking about your bracket, Steve.
Right.
No one expects much from it, but the fact that you had Pacific beating Pittsburgh, kind of impressive.
Well, I listened to the so-called experts.
Meeny, miny, mo works sometimes.
No, I do lots of research.
Is that right?
No.
Name one player on Pacific.
Smith.
Smith. There's always a Smith on every basketball team.
Of course. And Bad News Bob, who predicted
Bad News Bob?
that the Huskies would lose yesterday.
Yes,
and
he did.
If they did lose, I would have had to give him his own special isolated hotline number for Bad News Bob and only Bad News Bob.
Well, Bad News Bob, didn't he put on a curse?
He put a curse on the Huskies.
Right.
Obviously, that curse didn't work.
He's got a fierce curse there.
Right. Yes, Bad News Bob.
Okay, T-Man, wait a minute. Before you start laughing, T-Man, let me tell you when I first called. Hold up.
Yes, Bad News Bob. Bad News Bob is wrestling with his own mind right now.
Yes, badly.
Turn your radio down, Bad News Bob. Turn it all the way down.
Okay.
And now, tell us what went wrong with your curse.
It's turned off.
No, it's not off, Bob, because you're still responding to the questions I asked 8 seconds ago.
Right.
Turn it all the way off, Bad News Bob, or I'm moving on and we're done with you for life. 8 seconds later. Okay. Say you're still listening. I don't know what his problem is.
Hold up.
What is your problem? How hard is it to turn off a radio? What are you asking me? Is it off now? You tell me when it's off. Turn it off! What's wrong with Bad News Bob?
He's bad news.
Which dial does that? I can't figure it out.
I only have a portable and I got it off.
Well, turn it. Yes. Okay, now you can say why your curse didn't work, Bad News Bob. And that was his last chance. Goodbye.
God.
I don't understand how tough that is.
That was pretty bad news, though.
Oh, yeah. Off. Someone put a curse on my radio team, man. I don't know how to turn the damn thing off. Jeez. Other people's curses work. Mine don't. I can't curse it back. Well, that's the last we'll hear from Bad News Bob. He had one opportunity to explain himself, and he missed out.
Yes, he did.
Bad news for him.
Very bad news.
Bad news for Bob. Yes. We have Matthew W. Speaking about bad news for us, Matthew W. Schwager waiting in the green room, Terry.
Yeah, I saw him this morning as I came in.
Is that right?
Yes, wandering around saying, I'm lost in this building.
Probably because there's no janitor to show him around like there is every day at high school. But
right.
For Matthew Schwager, I guess it's a day off, and he's been here since 1 a.m., and he wants to come in and share some fun with us this morning.
Wow.
How do we stop that from happening?
Guess we can't, really.
I guess not. He did make the trek all the way down. He has been waiting patiently for us to arrive. It's kind of scary when every time he comes in, which fortunately isn't that often, he's here way before us.
I know. But you should see him. He's looking great.
And why's that?
He looks the same, really. But I just thought,
He's got a nice blue shirt.
Yeah, today he has on the traveling blue shirt.
Yeah, the traveling blue shirt.
All right.
The vacation shirt.
Oh, could you see Gonzaga struggle a little bit yesterday, trailing at the half to Winthrop?
Yep.
Only to pull it out late in the game. They were tied with 5 minutes to go in the game, and they pulled it out.
And he ended on an 8-0 run.
A lot of those Spokane people. Really scared. I know. I could feel it.
Yeah.
Couldn't figure out how to turn their radios down, even though they wanted to. Dying to turn those radios down because they were so scared. Couldn't happen, but fortunately they pulled it out too. Hence, the big dance and all of its madness in full force. The T-Man.
And a warning for teens who tan. The World Health Organization says kids who use those tanning beds are at much higher risk for skin cancer.
Wow.
The WHO
This
says
is breaking news. Or is this a story from 1982? I can't tell.
Yeah, I
I
think so.
think 82.
Teens who
And
tan.
a warning for teens who tan. The World Health Organization says kids who use those tanning beds are at much higher risk for skin cancer.
Who would have thought?
The WHO says no one under the age of 18 should be allowed on a tanning bed without medical supervision.
Or Dumpy standing by,
Right.
turning up the lamps to full blast. That should also be something the World Health Organization should look into, whether you should have a tanning bed in your own house.
Okay. Not too many people, huh?
Multi-purpose, though. Use it to grill hot dogs.
Yes, if that's what you want to call Joanne Millionaires, that's fine.
Wow.
Yeah, I would think that might be frowned upon, too, to have it right there in the home, so accessible, so ready to go.
Yeah, little Bubba crawls in.
Right. All right, well, there you go, teens who tan. I hope you're listening, teens who tan, because they were talking to you, teens who tan.
Teens!
And you know
who tan.
who you are! Oh, jeez.
I think it's another good name for a band. Teens Who Tan.
Teens who tan.
I like it.
On tour.
Right.
First hit, ooh, me ass. Why is it so red?
Mm-hmm. There it goes.
People might be confused as to what's coming in the show.
Yes.
With that title of a name.
Well, the album title draped across the T-shirt saying, "Why does it hurt when I peel?" will certainly sell out in all Blockbuster music stores, don't you know? What else is going on in this world of ours, Terry? The world is getting crazier by the minute. You got star baseball players saying nothing on Capitol Hill, testifying in front of congressmen who know even less than the baseball players. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Absolutely crazy. Sammy Sosa making jokes.
Really?
The congressman who came in. You were driving around, I know, yesterday, Terry. You missed all the excitement. You didn't see Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire basically start crying in front of 3 lady congressmen and a couple of dudes who didn't know what the hell. I don't even want to.
Wasn't really. That whole baseball thing I'm not really interested in. It has no impact on my life.
Wow.
So,
yes, you've
whatever.
never been attracted to a baseball player. It's only football. It's only basketball. I understand.
Well, not that. It's just like, okay, so it's obvious you shoot steroids and...
There shouldn't be any need for some major investigation. Maybe congressmen should focus on some other things, is what you're saying.
You think?
All right. Mm-hmm.
So put an asterisk by the little,
records that they
have.
Mark McGwire's record or Barry Bonds' record should be with a star by it, Terry?
Yes, it should.
And we move on with our lives.
Thank you.
No reason for a big congressional hearing.
Right.
Terry's got all the answers there,
Yes,
Stephen.
he does. Jeez, so you're okay if Darius?
I'm not. I never said it's okay, but guess what? It's illegal, and they're still doing it.
Well, guess what? The reason that the congressmen will say that they're bringing all these baseball players in and have Mark McGwire start tearing up in front of them is because the estimation is now that about 15% of high schoolers are using steroids.
I understand that. You're right.
Now, your son is huge.
Oh, so huge.
And I'm wondering
He's towering.
if maybe you're just overlooking and not realizing that he's seeing his heroes in the sporting world using steroids and he's using them too, or maybe about to use them, Terry. That's why a parent like yourself with a son exactly the age where it all begins should be more on top of this than anyone else.
Well, you know.
Are you concerned that maybe the fact that steroids has now been so well chronicled is used by all these major stars that Darian may start to grab a needle or two?
Absolutely, sure. I mean, I ask him about all kinds of things.
I'm sure you do.
I do.
Now, I believe you. I believe you. Yeah.
He's a prime candidate for steroids, though. He's a little undersized, feeling a little inferior.
I'm seeing all these high school dudes being interviewed, and they're saying, hey, the college recruiters are actually coming to us asking if I can put on weight, and I know what they mean.
Right.
If I want to get this scholarship, I gotta bulk up, so I have no choice but to use steroids. And if that's getting around the locker rooms, if that's being talked about in the dressing areas where these high school boys get changed, then maybe your son's gonna get wind of that and say, hey, how am I supposed to compete with these other high school dudes who want to play football if they're all taking steroids and I'm not? What are you going to say to your son when he says, Ma, I can't compete with these guys. They're too strong. I got to take my own steroids. What are you going to say?
Well, you know, Darian, if you really feel like shooting up and then having the adverse effects on your body take over and, you know, possibly kill you, then go for it.
Wow!
Really? You tell him that?
It's all you.
Wow. Okay, Mom.
And here, let me shoot you up and overdose you.
Sounds like a fair trade-off, Mom. Here I go.
I mean, because that's a possibility.
As long as you make the pros.
Hold my ass steady.
I'm out front bench
of
pressing
course
the car.
I'm going to discourage him and let him know, you know what, it's illegal, it's unhealthy, it's not good for you. It does terrible things to your body.
You said you're going to discourage him, but if you found out, let's say your discouragement was not taken under advisement and he started shooting up a little steroid here or there, would you, and you knew about it, would you do everything you have to do to stop it, or?
You think?
Oh,
no.
Well, you said
the other way.
You used the word discourage, which means
right now that's all I can do because I don't have proof that he's shooting up.
Okay, easy, Mom. Easy. Hey, I got a son too, Chick. I mean, he's got to compete with all the other 1-month-olds. He's got to take steroids. I don't know how my son has already gotten to 12 pounds. He was born at 9. He's already at 12 pounds. He's in the 90th percentile for height and weight. Maybe he's on roids.
So you have to.
No wonder his balls look so small.
Time for my bottle, Dad.
You have to look at your wife for that because she's probably shooting up and it's all in her breast milk.
Yeah. How do you expect her to get through it? I expect her to get through a day with me without shooting up, Terry.
She does look like she's on steroids.
Yeah,
those pipes.
Of course.
Jeez.
Stephen, your thoughts?
Well, 3 pounds a day, you know, you better be careful. He's going to turn out like, you know who.
And now we got Bad News Bob out of line again, claiming that he was wronged by whatever powers exist out there in the world because he claims he had actually taken his batteries out of his radio and yet the radio was still playing. That's what he wants us to believe. Sure. Is that humanly? Is that spiritual? Is that any way near possible that he had actually? He said he was listening to me yelling at him. Turn off the radio. He had it off. He had the batteries out and yet the radio was still playing. That's what he wants us to believe.
It's a poltergeist, man. I believe it.
It didn't sound like anything. He was doing anything.
I think he was embarrassed to say he was confused.
Yes.
Okay.
We would have heard the 8 double or the double or single D.
Do what now?
Anyway, hit dump so I can start over.
In your whole life or what?
Last 10 years. Is that cool?
We would have heard him take the batteries out. Yeah. My point. The 8D batteries.
Stephen is asking that I use the 7-second delay, Terry, that we normally use for profanity, to erase his last statement so he can pretend like he never said it.
I should have sworn.
So people don't realize.
Yeah, you should have. God.
Yes, next time you want me to dump your stumbling and stammering, say the F word in there.
And
Why don't you go out and get Matthew Schwager? See if he's roiding up outside.
Oh, yeah.
15%.
I know, and that is scary.
10 to 15% of high schoolers, as we speak right now, Terry, are on roids.
Yes,
wow.
It's very scary.
Mm-hmm. I talked about baseball players being on roids back in 2001, and nobody believed me.
I remember in college, my who turned out to be my ex-husband, he was asked to shoot up roids.
And
he did not.
And he said sure!
No, he didn't.
Right.
He did not.
He was asked by, like, a coach or something?
No, I mean, there was
Terry.
other players who were roiding, and they asked
said, if you want me to stay as the girlfriend, and eventually the wife, you better start shooting roids. Get a little bigger. I need them big and strong.
I think 6'5", over 300 pounds was big enough.
Big enough?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Schwager?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that sounds weird.
Dude looks exactly the same.
I know.
The Dumb and Dumber haircut has got
what
to go.
happened? I thought he had gotten like a nice little trim, cut it all off and everything.
I haven't had a haircut for about a few months.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking into the microphone?
No.
Terry thought you had gotten some nice little trim. That's not true?
What?
That's not true, Schwager?
I got a haircut back in December.
Right. Okay, maybe you didn't hear the question. All right, anyway.
The answer is still no.
How many dudes in your high school do you think are on roids?
About all the sophomores.
Really?
Oh, my gosh.
Come on, man. Look what you've done now. Now all the sophomore class is going to come after you. And yes, you're a senior, but you can't take on even two of those guys.
It's because they're all roided up.
Why do you think all the sophomores? Because you think there's actually now a new, or a not so new, but a trend that is there that they have to, if they're going to make the football team, take roids?
No, I just think they are because they're not doing very well in their testing.
And there has been a close link between horrible test scores, Terry, and steroids.
Yeah.
They're bad in English.
Schwager's done a lot of studying.
Yeah,
You know what steroids are, Matthew?
They are, well, basically drugs that bump up your muscles and decrease your testicles.
Obviously, you're not taking them. They make you more manly in some sense. In some senses, they do the opposite.
Yeah.
But, yes, you're right. They're performance-enhancing drugs. They beef you up. They make you stronger. They make you recover quicker. But they also are illegal and have some very interesting side effects, like, yes, the shrinking of the testicles. Now, so you're saying that the sophomore boys all have very tiny balls.
Well, I would not know.
Out.
You wouldn't know, but you've just accused them all of taking steroids.
Well, I believe
Were you saying that as a joke, and you would like to back out of that now, or you still believe that?
I still believe that because I have heard that from some of the seniors that have to make up, like their fitness class or weights, that whenever they're in the locker room, they notice that, well, they're kind of small.
Who's kind of small?
The sophomores.
The sophomores. All right, then why would that? All right, no, you know what? Never mind.
You guys should be talking about that, you think?
I don't think he knows what steroids are.
I don't think he knows.
I know what steroids are. I found out in health class.
It's not the thing you use Preparation H for, you know.
I don't use Preparation H, unlike you.
If they were using steroids, the sophomore boys, as you said, they wouldn't be small, body-wise. They would be bulked up. They would look blown up.
Well, I didn't say they were small.
I think he's referring to
their testicles?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yes. That is what he's referring to.
Okay, I can't follow Schwager.
I
That
know.
doesn't happen like right away.
No.
But fortunately, they're all sleeping right now because everyone has school off today, and no one's going to beat me up.
Right.
Well, not everybody from the high school is sleeping right now.
All right.
They're listening to this.
Right, I'm sure. Yeah, that's what I would do on my day off. Wake up early.
Gotta listen.
Yeah, set my alarm.
Right.
All right, dude.
Aren't you glad he's here?
I asked you a simple question. I don't know if you're joking. I don't know if you're not. You're just a weird guy. I can't figure you out.
Nobody can.
No one will be able to figure you out until you get laid.
Nobody can forever.
Okay. So you're already committing to the fact that you're not going to get laid for a lifetime.
No, the previous statement about nobody will understand me.
Mm-hmm. How about my statement? When are you going to get laid, dude? You're 18. I'm not saying it should have happened already, but it should happen now. Well, this is the year.
Somebody asked me this same question in
When are you 19? When are you going to be 19?
April 22nd.
So you're a month away from 19.
He's a 19-year-old senior.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, he's going to be a 20-year-old senior next year, too.
No, I'm graduating this year.
You're 19, all right? This is the time, okay? 16, 17, I'll be the first to say, hey, if you don't want to do it then, that's a little premature. But now's the time, dude. You're at a cornerstone now. It's either turn into Pasty Dave...
Wow.
Or live a more normal type existence.
To turn into Pasty Day, wouldn't I have to finish college first?
Well, did Pasty go to college?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Yeah, he's well-rounded and doing well in all other areas of his life, but he's still very peculiar because he's a 28-year-old virgin. All right, well, no matter how you slice Pasty Day's life,
right?
When you realize that he's a 28-year-old virgin, you realize all the peculiarness that goes along with his life. Now, certainly that is very much prevalent in your life. A lot of peculiarity, yes. Are you going to be just extra bizarre by being a virgin for an extended period of time in your life, or do you expect that any day now that'll come to an end?
I think I'll stay a virgin until I get married.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So he's Pasty without the mogul.
Yeah, at least Pasty has a rich family. At least Pasty has a rich dad who sends him money all the time, pays his rent, takes him on family vacations 6 times a year.
No, that's not true, T-Man. I pay for myself.
He just went to New Orleans with his family.
Yeah, he did.
Last month.
Yeah.
Mom's was flashing everywhere.
They came home with tons of beads.
Pasty throw order beads.
Pashla, how
Do it
was
again, Mom. Do it again. I love it.
how was Mardi Gras with the fam?
So see, it's your turn now. Please do
We
it.
just missed Mardi Gras, but it was a lot of fun.
What?
We just missed Mardi Gras. It was the week before.
Right. He doesn't want anyone to think he was doing the Mardi Gras thing with the family. But as far as I know, the dates you went were right in the middle of March there, or right at the beginning. I think that kind of crosses over with the Mardi Gras kind of thing.
It really doesn't matter down there. It's Mardi Gras year-round.
Right.
They have the beads. They'll do the flashing.
So you and Mommy Momerson, Daddy Dadderson, and Sissy Sisterson all packed up and went down to New Orleans on a kind of whim vacation.
Sister didn't come along. Sister wasn't able to come along.
Whoa.
Wow.
Just you and the Padres?
Yes.
So does that mean
same room?
Does that mean you had your own room or just share a room with Mom and
I
Pop?
actually had my own hotel this time, which was nice.
Whoa.
Filled up.
They rented out a hotel for you?
You understand
He
what
is
it's
a
like?
mogul.
Do you understand what it's like now to have mogul as parents?
He needs a whole hotel for the Magnum.
Now, Pasty. But when they made the suggestion that they'd like to take you to New Orleans, you jumped at it. Didn't think for a second. I'm 28. I'm a grown man now. Maybe vacationing with my parents. That time is over in my life. That never crossed your mind.
It was actually me that brought it up in my suggestion. I knew that they were going.
Hey, Pasty Dad the Mogul, why don't you take me somewhere cool?
He wasn't even invited.
I really wasn't.
They're like, we're just having a kind of a weekend to ourselves.
Right, we figured at this age we'd be able to start a romantic life yet again as your mom and dad and leave you at home. You're not seeing it that way, son? Okay, come on, let's go.
They even had to put them in a different hotel. They didn't want to be with us.
You might come knocking on our door.
Pasty, do you think maybe that suggestion was well, all right, never mind. You had a good time with the parents in New Orleans?
We did, yes.
Yes.
Lots of good South culture, I guess.
Yes.
It was fun.
A lot of romantic dinners out with Mom and Dad and all that other fun stuff.
Creole cooking.
Yeah, not this is South culture, like a bunch of tourists throwing beads at each other.
Yeah, I know.
This is what the South's all about.
Yes. Pasty?
Yes.
You're not seeing any part of that, the 28, outgrowing the family vacation kind of thing. You're not seeing that as a situation that you should be addressing.
I'm really not.
Okay.
Good free trip.
Good for... Yeah.
Hey, that's the best part of it.
Will there come an age where you think you might say to yourself, yeah, I'm a little too old to go on a vacation with my parents? Will an age like that come or no? Because I'm thinking if it's not at 28, it's never going to happen.
Right,
44 years old,
Yeah,
he's going to be vacationing with his parents.
Where are we going this time?
I figure if I have like a steady somebody in my life, that's probably will be the cutoff point on when I'll stop going with them.
For the rest of your lilife.
Oh, jeez.
Did you flash the Magnum for beads?
I did not. Did you get my palm read?
You got your palm read down there?
Really?
Did you find out anything about yourself that you needed to know?
I'm going to be working in my current employment for a long, long, long time.
Wow. Well, that's news to me.
Nobody works at
Trust me,
employment.
I don't see that on your palm. Get your money back.
I'm surprised I could read your palm with because it's so hairy.
From all those years, I've been
The T-Man.
Heads up!
Q93 congratulates the UW Huskies.
These guys are dead. I retired from baseball 4 years ago. I live a quiet life with my wife and children.
Oh, so you didn't do steroids then? Okay, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming down to Capitol Hill. We appreciate your testimony, Mr. McGwire. You can leave now.
Quiet life. Oh, okay, you definitely couldn't have done it.
I retired from baseball 4 years ago.
You're about to hear Mark McGwire testify, Terry, in case you missed it yesterday, and who did? I guess you're the only one.
Yeah, I did.
And listen as he starts to well up with tears. Big Mac has a big old painful, sorrowful filled moment, Terry. Yes, he was crying in front of our favorite congressman, don't you know? Okay.
I retired from baseball 4 years ago. I live a quiet life with my wife and children.
Yes.
I've always been a team player.
Is that so?
I've always been a team player.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been a person who spread rumors or said things about teammates that can hurt them.
Already starting to cry.
Wow.
Just at the beginning of his prepared statement, which he probably read 17 times in front of a full-length mirror, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
And already he's crying.
Steroids make you very emotional.
Yes.
They do.
I've never been a person who spread rumors or said things about teammates that can hurt them.
Oh. Yeah.
Wow.
He's smacking his lips. He can't get any moisture on his mouth, Terry.
He's the first guy to land the double smack in a long time.
I do not sit in judgment of other players.
He stuck the landing.
Whether it deals with their sexual preference,
oh, jeez.
Oh,
their marital
boy.
problems,
Man.
or other personal habits.
Mr. McGwire, are you aware that's not why we're here? We're not bringing you out of the closet.
Right.
I live on a farm.
I thought it was all about roids, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's talking about a lot of areas and talking about how he doesn't want to talk about any of these personal issues, Terry. That's his point, I guess.
Oh, okay.
They're going to be in front of these people for the gay thing next week, right?
Yeah, Mr. McGwire, the homosexual congressional hearing will be next week.
Since you brought it up.
Right.
Whether it deals with their sexual preference.
Oh, just the way he said that.
I know, like.
It's a little swooshy there. Their sexual preference.
He looked cute in his little glasses, though.
Can you smack the lips again there, Mr. McGwire?
It's a lot of gay men like that.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it deals with their sexual preference, their marital problems, or other personal habits, including whether or not they use chemical substance.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That has never been my style,
mm-hmm.
and I do not intend to change this just because the cameras are turned on.
Wow.
Nor do I intend to dignify Mr. Canseco's book. It should be enough.
Mr. Canseco was sitting right there at the end of the other side of the, the table, Terry.
All right,
Really?
next to each other.
And you got a sense they were ready to just like stand up and go to blows.
If the rest of the people weren't there, they'd be like,
if it was Vince
Just
McMahon's work, Terry.
yes,
If the WWF was behind it.
yeah.
Call security! They can't be stopped!
Pandemonium.
Yes.
I thought they would have ushered him out, but no, he was
Well,
But
2
that's
seats
good
away.
because isn't it because of the book?
obviously, yes. This all is happening because of Jose Canseco's book. And even though Mark McGwire basically, whether he wants to admit it or not, came out and said yesterday, yes, I'm on steroids, his lack of denial was all that everyone needed to hear. The man admitted basically that he's on steroids or was during all his baseball years. That's what everyone has concluded now.
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt in anyone's mind, based on his testimony, that he did steroids for a long period of time, but he still has hate in his system for Jose Canseco for being the rat that has made this whole thing now come to an unraveling-like standpoint, yes.
Nor do I intend to dignify Mr. Canseco's book.
Mm-hmm.
It should be enough that you consider the source of the statements in the book.
Oh, jeez. A greasy Mexican.
That's what he wants to say.
What is he trying to say? What does that mean, consider the source? What's wrong with Jose Canseco? He wrote I have his book. I read it. It's a good book.
Is it?
Yeah.
A good read, huh?
Well, I mean, as far as, I'm not saying it's like War and Peace.
Right, but
it's interesting.
Sure.
It's not John Grisham material.
Right.
But
you didn't expect it to be that.
When I go to a movie or when I read a book, I don't gauge it by that kind of criteria.
Right.
Is it entertaining and interesting to me? The answer to both those questions was yes. Was it informative to a large degree? Yes. Did it take some balls, which Mark McGwire may have less of because he maybe did more steroids than Jose Canseco? Yes, it took a lot of balls to come out and just blow the whistle on everybody. It was kind of cowardly at the same time since he did it at the standpoint in time where he's no longer involved in the league.
Right.
So from that point of view, yeah, you could say he was just a coward and was just trying to get some financial gain out of blowing the whistle on everyone else now. But still, fascinating rating. I bought Juiced on Amazon.com the first day it came out.
Canseco's going down as the rat, but I think 70 home runs and biceps the size of like a VW bus is kind of,
a little telling?
The thing that gave it away. I mean, Canseco's taking a lot of heat, but come on, we all knew.
Well, everyone said they knew, but no one really had confirmation until Jose Canseco came out and said yes.
Yeah. It should be enough that you consider the source of the statements in the book, and that many inconsistencies and contradictions have already been raised.
Well, you're crying like a baby up there.
I've been advised that my testimony here could be used to harm friends and respected teammates,
and influence
or
people.
that some ambitious prosecutor can use convicted criminals who would do and say anything to solve their own problems and create jeopardy for my friends.
What the hell is he talking about? This whole prepared statement, I don't even understand. Mark McGwire goes on and on. Big stud McGwire goes on and on, tearing up and smacking his lips. He should have done what Sammy Sosa did. He's the smart one. When they asked him a question, he didn't pull out some prepared statement. He just said, "You don't speak English." Baseball been very, very good to me.
And did his little kiss, 2 hands up thingy.
Football, I don't know.
Not sure McGwire could have pulled that off, but it would have been worth a try.
That's the way you go about it.
You speak English? Okay.
No one's talking about Sammy Sosa this morning.
Right.
Mark McGwire came out of this thing. If one thing is for certain out of yesterday's congressional hearings, Mark McGwire looked like an idiot. And Mark McGwire is taking a huge hit in this whole situation now. You hear the way people are talking on other radio shows, sports radio kind of shows, ESPN, all those kind of situations. They're saying Mark McGwire looks horrible now.
And create jeopardy for my friends. Asking me or any other player to answer questions about who took steroids in front of television cameras will not solve the problem. If a player answers no, he simply will not be believed. If he answers yes, he risks public scorn and endless government investigations. My lawyers have advised me that I cannot answer these questions without jeopardizing my friends, my family, and myself.
All right, then shut up. Okay.
Well, then what is he supposed to do, though? I mean, he doesn't want to call out everybody that he knows.
He could say, like Canseco, "I took steroids. What? You didn't catch me. See you later."
Right, I'm done now.
I guess he's retired
What are you
a few
gonna
years.
do?
I made all my money and set records. You want to put a little star by my name? Good. I'll just draw more people's attention to it when they read the record books.
I'll be on my farm. Thank you.
Yes, I'm going back to hoe the fields now.
I'm going to go lift a cow over my head when I get home. I got
true.
stuff to do.
That far removed from the game, I guess it doesn't matter.
What's the big deal?
You got to throw him in jail now? What?
I took him too, but I'm not a rat like this dude over here. And I'm not going to tell you anyone else who did it.
Right.
And then he looks, throws his eyes towards Sosa's direction. I'm not going to tell you anyone's name. So, all right, whatever. So the hearings will continue on. They're a big joke. The game of baseball, to a large degree, the last couple of decades will be known as the juiced decades. When they look back in the history books and they talk back about the 90s and even the late 80s and the early part of this new millennium, it'll be referred to as the juiced little era of baseball. The year when the pinpointed year you can look at as maybe the peak of it all was when Brett Boone went from being a guy who never could hit more than 12 home runs to hitting 55. And the fact that no eyebrows were raised is a little bit weird, but
had a growth spurt.
Now we finally have some confirmation as to what was going on.
Right.
Ball players were taking steroids.
Wow.
And now they're telling you that it was a bad idea. And they want to give all the millions they made because of their inflated stats back.
Right.
Now, was Brett Boone in the book? Was he mentioned in the book?
Yes, he was. Of course he was mentioned in the book.
So he actually named all of the people who...
You should buy the book.
So there's...
Jose Canseco calls out Brett Boone as a big roid user, yes.
So why aren't they testifying, or did they just choose a few people?
They asked for some volunteers. These men all came forward voluntarily.
So Mark McGwire was there voluntarily. It wasn't like
well, he could have been subpoenaed. He knew that. He came forward voluntarily in an effort to make it seem like he was cooperating.
Well, that's nice of him.
Yes.
Sat there with the receding hairline and the pockmarks. I'm sure you didn't take them. Come on, man.
Half the man he used to be, probably.
Yeah, he looked totally different.
Yes, he looked like
really small.
Someone put a pin in him and all the air came out.
Flying around the room and then finally landed in the chair.
Man.
So, Terry, as you know, with the big dance and the big steroid hearings, I'm sure other things are going on in the world that you're now going to share with us at this time. What else can you give us this morning?
Well, desperate housewife Marcia Cross.
Yes, there's always the Desperate Housewives to fall back on, Terry.
Yeah, there is.
Last I checked, no steroid scandal involved with the Desperate Housewives, right?
Not so far.
Mm-hmm. Terry Hatcher coming to Congress. I don't want to name names, but baseball has been very, very good to me. Right. Okay. What's up with the Desperate Housewives, Terry?
Well, she wants everybody to know that she is now dating a man, actually. She is dating a man because there were rumors that she actually could like the females.
Yes.
As opposed to
whole lesbian-like scandal situation happening in her world. The whole new millennium is all about scandal, I guess.
I guess
If you're not involved in a scandal, you're not today's person.
Right.
Schwager involved in a scandal?
No.
Always. Yes. Just doesn't know it.
She's dating some unknown actor by the name of Tom Maloney.
And she now has convinced us all, Terry, because no homosexual has ever dated someone of the opposite sex.
Right.
It's never happened.
Never.
So I now can confirm, just like Mark McGwire basically confirmed that he was on steroids, so we now have it confirmed that Marcia Cross is not a lesbian.
Okay.
So just a coincidence that his name rhymes with phony baloney?
Oh, jeez.
He's primed today.
Who is he talking about now?
Tom Maloney.
Tom Maloney, the actor that I told
Her alleged
you.
boyfriend.
Her alleged, yes.
Oh, now Marcia Cross?
Yes.
The hot one from the show?
The red hair.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The hot one, Terry.
Okay.
Right.
She is hot.
Yeah. She's dating Tom Phony Baloney?
Well, yeah. An unknown actor. He hasn't been discovered yet.
Tom Maloney.
Tom Maloney.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's been discovered now by Marcia Cross.
Right.
Okay. So there you go. What else? What else is going on?
Well, there apparently Paula Abdul may have committed a hit and run.
Mm-hmm.
Back in December, a Mercedes clipped another car on a freeway in L.A. Well, the driver of that car took a picture with their cell phone camera of the license plate on the Mercedes, and when that license plate was run, it was...
Paula Abdul.
Yes.
Straight up.
It was registered to her.
These damn cell phone cameras are ruining it for everybody. You can't even enjoy a nice hit-and-run afternoon anymore. What the hell, man? Paula Abdul, was she brought to her attention by the authorities that she was involved in this hit and run?
Well,
I think I might have read this story, and she was told about it, and didn't she deny it?
Well, they're considering filing charges, and it doesn't...
Did she deny it or not?
It doesn't say in my story whether or not she actually denied it.
I thought I heard that. And now they're bringing to her attention that they have evidence that it was her car with her license plate. Explain the reasoning behind that, Mrs. Abdul.
Oh, you have that stuff? Oh, well, it could have been me.
Because now she could be in major trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Because she claimed that it wasn't her, that she was somewhere else that day. She may have even been out of the country. But they have her license plate, and it was her car. Maybe her houseboy drives her car when she's in the Caribbean. But she's got some splaining to do. Mm-hmm.
Yes, she does.
She's going to pull the Sammy Sosa routine in court, huh?
Right. They don't speak English. Yeah. Well, if she did hit someone's car and make a mad dash out of there, that's punishable by jail time. And she's going to have to be doing her reviewing of these 12 finalists from her cell.
There you go. Now we go to Satellite and Paula Abdul's cell.
If this was caught on camera, that's big-time evidence there. Yeah. Explain how your car was involved in the situation, then, that was the hit-and-run accident. Because we looked through the cell phone pictures, and we can say that it certainly was a nice accident. You owned it. You made it your own. It was terrific. But it was you.
Well, somebody else could have been driving her car.
Well, she should have said that from the beginning. I was not in the country, but it could have been someone else driving my car. She never said that. Let me see your story. It makes no mention of her denying it?
No mention.
If I find it here...
It mentions that she was that she's out of the country and she could not make a comment on it.
She's like, don't some people have the same license plate numbers?
Mm-hmm. 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 Cell phone cameras.
I know. Don't you love them, huh?
All right, we'll have to see what happens here. She's in even more trouble than Mario Vasquez now. Not good.
The T-Man.
Janet Jackson won a restraining order against a man she says has been stalking her for 9 years. Most recently, he showed up at the Saturday Night Live studios with a box cutter, big scissors, and a knife.
Oh, that's a fan.
Maybe he's doing crafts.
Yes.
Yeah, scrapbooking.
So he now has to know that there's a restraining order against him. So as far as pursuing a 10th year of going after Janet, he can't do it.
Yeah, right.
There's a restraining order against him, Terry.
Doesn't really stop too many people.
Got to keep his knife and box cutter 1,000 yards away from her.
Right.
Now, what if he threw it at her from 1,000 yards, if he had a really good arm?
Breaks the restraining order.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
Schwager, it's only a matter of time before someone gets a restraining order against you. In your future, I can see it happening. Okay? Now, why are you here? I mean, we should be getting restraining orders against you. Why are you here this morning? You have a day off from school, I know. You appreciate the show, and that's nice. I know that. But what are you getting out of being here? What do you expect to get out of today's show?
Well,
we have nothing planned for you. We don't want to make any plans in regards to you. All right, no offense, but there's really not much mileage we get out of you here in the studio, if you know what I'm saying.
I understand.
All right, so my question again that I'm waiting for an answer on is, what are you expecting to get out of being here as opposed to just staying home and listening?
Well, not being yelled at by my family.
You'd rather be yelled at by us.
Well, at least I don't live
trust
with you
me,
guys.
I spend, a couple hours with you in the studio every few months when you decide to come down here. And I end the day, end the morning, by being terribly frustrated. Just looking at you with that haircut.
Oh, God.
Can't help me but be totally frustrated. Because here's a guy, Terry.
Yeah?
High school senior is actually good looking as far as his potential's concerned.
Right,
But
I
look
agree.
at what he does with it.
I know.
He wears the same T-shirt and vest every day.
Yes.
And look at that. Like, he thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't have much options, I know that. But there are things you can help. Like that haircut of yours. Yeah. Okay, that bowl cut. You have hair, actually, that is very much the kind of hair that I always wished I could have had in high school. I had some big Brillo pads.
Oh, big Brillo pad.
I couldn't do anything with it.
Like Napoleon Dynamite?
Now, here you're sitting, exactly. Whatever I want to do, gosh. Now, here you're sitting with a hairdo that you could do anything you want with.
Yeah.
Straight, manageable, it's got it all. So what do? You throw it in a stupid bowl. It's ridiculous.
I haven't had a bowl cut since I was 8.
What do you think that is?
Yeah, what is that?
What is that? What do you call that?
I have no idea.
Take your hands and throw your hair back like you're slicking it back.
He looks so much
100%
better. Oh, I know.
100%.
Yeah?
That's all you need to do. I know you don't have money and you always claim poverty. Go to the grocery store, spend $2.99 on a bottle of Dippity-Doo. I'm sure they're still making something like that. Dep, whatever it takes. You don't need some $18 gel like I'm buying now like an idiot. You just can buy a $2.99 bottle of Dep for it'll last you 2-3 months. Right. Every day when you get out of the shower, when it's still a little bit wet, throw a little. I can't believe throw a little between your hands, slick it back like Leonardo DiCaprio had it at the Oscars. Did you see Leo at the Oscars?
No.
He had it all thrown. You didn't see that?
No.
I don't have money to watch the Oscars.
No, I just watched something that was more interesting. The Simpsons.
Yes.
Yeah, more interesting.
What are you going to do? Are you going to... he's not going to listen to me. He's going to come...
I have gelled my hair before.
Next time he comes in here...
Back when I was in 7th grade.
Right. Next time you come down here, you're going to look exactly the same, and I'm going to continue to be frustrated with your life. Because you have a lot of things on your side that you're not utilizing, and that is unacceptable. Wasted potential.
Nothing sadder than wasted potential.
It is unacceptable. Now, what are you going to do with this girl we set you up with for the prom? Talk about potential. Talking about unlimited potential. This girl, Rhoda, she saw your picture online. Luckily, at that moment that she saw the certain picture of you, you were all sweated up, so your hair actually looked good. It didn't look thrown down and in a bowl like it is now. You had just fought the Weeman in that picture, and you were all, like, dripping with sweat, and your hair was actually thrown around, so it looked decent. So she thinks you're probably less nerdy than you are. Anyhow... Have you two been in any kind of correspondence or what?
Yes, we have been talking via email.
Okay. And have you discussed what you're going to do with her on prom night? She's very excited to go with you and talking about potential. She's an older woman we set you up with. You saw her pictures. You know she's hot.
Yes.
And she's ready to do things with you. Things that at 19 years of age, don't put your hand over your mouth. Look at him.
Big, dumb smile.
He's getting all flushed with you just talking
She's
about
ready
it.
to do things with you that at 19 years of age, you should be ready to do yourself. Okay? Now, I don't like to sit here and force people into doing things that are premature, Terry, or force the people into doing things that they really don't feel they're ready to do. He's ready.
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
Sure. Are you going to make those things happen? Are you going to take advantage of these opportunities that are going to be on your side on this particular prom night evening? Or are you going to take her to some nerdy dinner, then go to some dance and act in a nerdy little geek-like fashion, making Star Trek references all through the night, and then waste an opportunity that you could have with her? Which is it going to be?
Well, I think I wouldn't be too afraid to take any moves. And
what if she makes a move on you? It's not take any moves, it's make moves. Boy, all right? You don't take moves.
That's my move. Give it to me.
Well, you make moves.
Well, he might take them from her, though.
Once you get the lingo down, half the battle is over. You have to make the moves. All right?
Yes.
Now, I understand that maybe even though you're 19 and you may feel inside that things are percolating, it's tough to make that first move. Luckily, you're being set up here with a woman who's in her 20s. She knows that you're a little bit shy. She may be willing to make that first move for you.
And something tells you probably that if he did make a first move, she would be into it.
I'm getting choked up just thinking about it.
And she probably knows from percolating.
Now, let's say she takes the pressure off you and she makes that first move for you. How are you going to respond?
I have no idea.
She like.
But would you be opposed to the first move?
I don't know.
If you say the words "get off me,"
Get off me.
I'm never talking to you again. Do you think that you may actually say the words "get off me" if she were to, get on you in some sense?
I don't think so.
You don't think you would say "get off me"?
He's probably too frozen to even speak.
So if she like climbs on you.
He's overwhelmed.
Because she catches you in a good light.
Oh, that blue shirt makes your face look great.
Right. And she climbs on you and she starts, let's say, straddling you.
Oh, my God.
All right, Schwager? You're not going to say, "Get off me! This doesn't happen on the Enterprise!"
I have no idea what I would do. Literally, I have no idea.
Oh, literally?
He would just, oh, my God.
I thought you meant figuratively.
But he's open to everything, right?
Whoa.
He looks very scary right now, actually.
Yes, he does.
He's making a face that would scare Janet Jackson.
He looks really weird.
Yeah. Why are you looking really weird when you have this conversation? It's very concerning to us that you look as weird as you do right now.
Because I usually don't have this conversation with people.
Well, then stay home in your trailer and let your parents or your family there ridicule you as opposed to coming down here.
Parents.
Well, believe me, I prefer coming here than there.
All right.
But somebody has to talk to him about it, right?
Yeah, you got to realize that this is a very realistic scenario that we're now describing for you on your prom night for this situation that we set up for you with this woman that was all excited about. I mean, she battled what? Another woman.
Yeah, she did. A younger girl.
A hot 18-year-old girl to go to the prom with you, and she won. You don't think she's going to take advantage and make the most of this night?
I believe she will.
So you got to realize that it's not a slam dunk, but it's a very strong chance that she's going to want to get her money's worth, so to speak. Not literally, but figuratively. She's going to want to get her money's worth. So she may climb aboard. What are you going to do?
I have no idea. This has never happened.
All right, pretend Pasty's her.
Why don't you start running her fingers through his hair and stuff like that? He would freak out. He would absolutely.
You should want to give her the wrath of Khan.
Just Terry saying those words made you put your hand over your mouth again. What's wrong with you? Terry saying the words running her hands through your hair made you take your hand and put it over your mouth in shock.
I did not do that in shock.
Then what'd you do it in?
I can't
You have
remember.
a filling that needs to be taken care of there?
No, I have perfect teeth.
What did that mean when you put your hand over your mouth? Tell me what that meant. As soon as Terry said she may take her hands and run them through your hair, you put your hand over your mouth. Like you were appalled.
Actually, I was kind of like yawning.
Yawning.
No,
you weren't yawning. If you were yawning, I would have noticed.
Yeah.
Yes, you did the same thing before. So why don't you explain what that meant? He didn't understand himself. How are you supposed to understand anything else when you can't understand yourself?
Maybe he doesn't like the dirty talk.
Oh, yeah. What if she starts, like, talking dirty to you and stuff?
Well,
the last time someone talked dirty to you, you passed out here in the studio.
I remember that.
You remember that?
Yes.
Who was that? That was some hot-ass blonde, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
She started talking dirty in your ear here in the studio. It was about a year or so ago, and you passed out here in the studio. You remember that day?
Yes, I do.
What happens if your prom date starts talking dirty to you? You going to pass out right on that gym floor?
I hope not.
Are you having the prom in the gym?
No, we have it in the Commons.
So you would have said, no, I wouldn't pass out on the gym floor. We're not having a gym prom team. Man, why don't you correct me?
Still at the school, right?
Are you such in a coma right now? Are you so in a trance because you can't deal with this conversation? You're not even listening to my questions?
I am listening to your questions.
Then why don't you correct me about the gym?
Well, I was hoping that we would have it in the gym this year.
Oh,
or at least off campus.
I'm still hoping they'll change the venue.
When do the tickets go on sale?
They go on sale about late May.
And you have the money for it now?
The tickets only cost $12.
Are you going to take this girl to a dinner beforehand?
Yeah.
Are you going to have a limo prepared?
Ooh, limo.
Are you going to do all the things that you're supposed to do on your senior prom that I never got to do because I was at a Met game with my sister?
I'll be able to pay for the food, but as for a limo, I don't think that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out.
Maybe a bike.
Are you getting anything out of this conversation this morning? Is this helping you in any way, or is this hurting you? Tell me right now. Is this conversation helping, assisting you for what is...
This conversation is telling me that I really, really, really need to start...
buying gel at the grocery store for $2.99. You need to start what?
We can run up the street and get some for you.
Start making sure that...
Have you ever kissed a girl, Schwager?
No.
Never kissed a girl.
Oh, Lord.
Do you think this prom night situation is going to be the night where you at least start with a kiss and build from there, Schwager? Do you see that? I mean, you have to have visuals of these things. Do you envision these things? Even in 5th grade, I started kissing the mirror because I started visualizing the prospect of kissing women, and I wanted to be prepared. Or I started tonguing the mirror. My mom kept asking, why are there marks on this mirror like this? I said, Mom, I'm tonguing the mirror. I'm tonguing the mirror because any day now, some hot-ass little 5th grade girl or 6th grade, hopefully 7th grade, is going to want to start tonguing me. And I want to be ready. Because I had this visual, I had this mental picture of what was going to be. Now, of course, it didn't happen until about 20 years later, but I was ready.
At least you were prepared.
Are you prepared? Are you seeing it in your mind?
It's a high possibility.
Okay. Now go up to that glass.
Oh, boy.
Where Sex on the Glass has been played.
There it went again.
And you start getting prepared. All right? Go ahead. Get prepared. Put your arms around that glass. There he goes. Oh, that's gross. Look at him.
But all he's doing is just pressing his lips up against there.
He looks like on that thing?
Yes.
Oh, nasty. We have a lot of Windex.
I know we do, yes.
I didn't think you'd actually do that,
I didn't
you dork.
either, but...
What are you doing? What are you doing? Sit back in that chair.
You told me to kiss it.
Not like that.
He told me to kiss it. Anybody got some mouthwash?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
Schwager, do me a favor.
Well, it's not like you tongued it or anything.
Will you do me the biggest favor of the morning?
And that would be to shut up?
No, it'd be to go home.
Oh.
Well,
all right.
I have that meeting today at around 10 o'clock. So
we're your time to kill before your meeting? What meeting do you have? What kind of meeting could you possibly have?
I'm having a meeting with the people that are going to pay off the rest of my graduation stuff.
Oh, that's right. You got advertisers now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
the high school hottie people.
He said it was in Federal Way. If he's riding his bike in Federal Way, he probably should leave by now.
Actually, they're going to meet me here.
Oh, they're picking you up.
They're coming out here to meet you?
Yes.
Wow.
Is Schwager that big time now?
I guess so.
We could take an absolute dork and turn him into something worth a company in Federal Way driving out here to meet him so they can pay for his prom and get him to advertise their company on his website?
Yes. Because that's what's happened.
Mm-hmm.
He did dress up for the big meeting today.
Yeah, pretty professional looking.
He's got the formal blue T-shirt on.
I was going to wear a suit.
Schwager, after that,
you realize you don't have one.
After that horrible display. I mean, when I tongue the mirror, the mirror seemed to like it. You tongue the mirror, it's just nasty. You have no idea what you're doing. You see, you threw your hands above your head.
I know, like he was
was that? Like you were being arrested.
So now us picking on him and telling, no, he's never going to want to kiss a girl.
Well, he needs work.
It's a tough cycle. I don't know how to break it.
Maybe with him, looking at pasty on the other side of the glass there didn't help.
I think it's the only thing that got him up there.
That could be.
Schwager.
Yes.
Is there anything else that needs to be talked about this morning with you, or are we done? Is it time for you to start making your way over to Federal Way, even though they're coming here to see you?
Yeah, start going now and then
Well,
come
I was
back.
hoping I could do something for the show.
Like what?
Well,
There's really nothing I can think of. Okay?
I could probably think of one or two things.
Don't. All right?
Okay.
It's not going to help the show. There's nothing you can add. Understand?
Yes, I
looked
do.
so sad when you said that.
Help us out by getting a new haircut.
Right.
That's what we
If you
want.
take anything out of today's show, the next time you come down here, if you're ever going to come down again, I've always been gracious and opening the door and welcoming you in. I don't know why.
I'm number 7 on the dysfunctional family list.
All right. But if there's any way you can thank me for any of that, for the opening the door, for the number 7, whatever you are, there's a lot about how our family is so damn dysfunctional.
I know that.
It's you coming down here next time with a gelled head. All right? Even if you have to buy a bottle of mousse, which no one's even buying anymore, even though I still believe they have them on the grocery store
Yeah,
shelves,
they
right?
do. Absolutely.
Your hair would do fine with a little bit of mousse. Be the first to start a new mousse trend. Put something in your hair. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
You're not ready to move away from the blue shirt, though? That's still okay?
Well,
Let's go step by step.
Baby
I have a
step,
few
right?
other shirts. I just don't wear them.
Mm-hmm. All right, Schwager.
I think the fleece vest really complements your complexion. Though. I think it's a good look.
Your senior year is almost over, dude. Have you really taken advantage of being a senior and maximized all the fun that is supposed to go along with your senior year of high school?
I will next try.
What do you mean next try? Go
They're in
Trimesters.
Okay, so your last trimester.
This is the one.
Is the one where you blow it out.
Yes.
You have heard about how seniors are supposed to be tearing up the school, or at least enjoying every second of the final days of high school, and now for once and for all, you're going to make that happen.
Yes.
And how do you plan to put that into action?
I want to be on local cable.
You going to get a hot tub show?
Can you
Is that
see?
girl still on?
Oh my gosh.
You're going to be on local cable? That's your idea of blowing out senior year?
Yes.
Blowing it up?
Doing what?
And also making the senior video.
But what are you doing on television?
They put everybody in it, don't they?
The high school is getting its own TV channel.
Wow. That
Okay.
sounds awesome.
Your high school's getting its own TV channel, and you're planning on being the host of all...
Of a weekly 15-minute talk show for the high school.
15-minute talk show, huh?
Hey, that's how I imagine me blowing out senior year of high school.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm still working on a few other things.
Okay.
Maybe go to a party every once in a while.
Yeah.
Or talk to a girl or something.
I heard there was a party about a few weeks ago, but nobody invited me.
Huh? Well, maybe you got to start the ball rolling there by saying, "Hey, what do you think about me dropping by?
Yeah.
Would I be thrown into some basement and tortured, or could I hang out?"
I'll ask that.
Delana, I'm Schwager. I got my own TV show.
I've got advertisers.
That's right.
I got people paying me to advertise their company on their website. I want to stop by and maybe see what goes on at your little high school parent out-of-town parties.
I was thinking of coming to your party, but I've got a few others to consider.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you got to be proactive. I know that's not the way you wish it would happen. You wish you would be invited. But you're not being invited.
Well, it's not like they send out invitations to everybody.
Right, yeah, it's not how it works,
but the word gets around. Hey,
I know.
party at Joe's.
Sure,
this
yeah,
weekend.
you're right.
Well, I usually find out about the parties by listening to the play scanner, so...
Oh, my God.
Well, that's the time when maybe you don't want to show up.
Right.
All right, whatever.
Sitting there on the weekends listening to the police scanner.
What a fun time.
It'll be very entertaining, by the way. All right, dude, it's time to go. All right?
Okay.
All right, dude.
Oh, jeez.
Or you can sit back on the couch if you want. I don't want to throw you out. Which do you prefer?
I'll sit back on the couch.
Oh, jeez.
Just if you throw him out, you just get him used to that in the future when he gets evicted from his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Actually, I'm going to be getting my own place in June.
You gonna move into your own apartment?
Yes.
But you can't buy gel.
Well, I'm going to get money from my dad
All right, whatever.
for rent.
Okay.
Wow.
Thanks for being here.
Sounds good.
The T-Man.
Rapper Lil' Kim could be headed to prison. She was convicted today of lying to a grand jury. She was trying to protect friends involved in a shooting outside a radio station.
That is.
Lil' Kim would be the first female rap star to go to prison if that happens.
Wow, that'd be a landmark watershed type moment, huh?
Yeah.
She'll be sentenced at the end of June.
She's going to go to jail for lying in court? Mm-hmm. How about all these other people that lie in court? How about Sammy Sosa went in front of Congress yesterday, said he's never been on steroids? Huh? Is he going to jail?
No.
Come on.
I know.
Make him pull his pants down right there. His tiny little balls would tell you all you need to know.
Why not? Why not, you know?
He's probably the biggest roid user of them all, Terry.
Really?
Yes. Come on. He came into the Major League Baseball scene. He came into Major League Baseball, 10, 15 years ago, was as skinny as a twig. Skinnier than Schwager back there.
Wow.
If you see footage on him in his early days with the Chicago White Sox, Terry, it's a string bean.
Wow. They should probably ask their wives and girlfriends about, personal things.
That'd be entertaining. Okay.
Well, it kind of would. Then you could verify.
What do you have on your pile? What else is going on in the world, Terry? It's a Fractus Friday. And I'm about to go to the phone lines, but I want to make sure we get to as many stories as we can from you first. I'm going to see what's going on out in the world in just a couple of moments, so let me remind people that the phone number is 1-866-663-T-MAN as I open up the phone lines right now and see who wants to speak today. Yes, go ahead.
Well, in Austin, Texas, there is a state representative there who wants to ban cheerleaders from dirty dancing on the sidelines in their little routines.
Really dirty dancing with the mascots?
No, you know how they shake their rears and stuff.
They're Bob Terry.
Yeah. He wants to ban that.
Right.
He wants them to keep it clean.
Mm-hmm. Because cheerleaders and their cheerleading maneuvers are out of control.
Yes.
Those very sexual pyramids and being tossed in the air with their skirts flying up over their heads.
So their little stankies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What are they supposed to do? How are they supposed to cheer? I see.
Just real stiff and
stiff and clap.
Hey, go.
But nothing sexual.
Aggressive.
Be aggressive. B-D-A. I don't know. Anyhow, he wants them to stop throwing their hips from side to side,
right.
thrusting their genitalia forward.
Yes.
Keep going, T-Man.
Yes.
That's the best move,
And he's going to make it against the law.
Mm-hmm.
Should this become law, he's going to make it a violation of the law should they go against what he hopes will be a cheerleader law.
Mm-hmm.
For too long, our planet has been devoid of cheerleader laws.
Ooh.
Cheerleaders have been able to get away with anything. Well, those days are coming to an end because some Texas lawmakers on the case now. And I'm sure, to make sure he's very thorough about how these laws are going to be put into place, he's got about 16 cheerleaders in his office right now, showing him all the dirty moves that he needs to know.
Right. In fact, he said that if this bill does pass, it would reduce state funds to school districts that knowingly permit the sexy cheerleading.
Right.
So.
I don't even know what you just said, Terry, but right.
Okay.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens, Terry. If this becomes a law in the state of Texas, it's only a matter of time before the cheerleader laws are all over our country.
Wow.
They take their high school sports seriously in Texas, too.
Oh, that's right. Very seriously. Walker, Texas Ranger will be on hand to arrest these women as soon as they start gyrating the hips in a fashion that violates the law.
Hopefully he hasn't seen Varsity Blues. Her outfit.
Wow.
No, it's still within the guidelines of the law.
Okay, good.
But what else? What else is going on, Terrence? What else is happening?
How about this? A 47-year-old gentleman who wanted some Viagra decided to, instead of going to a doctor, he bought a pill from one of his friends for less than $2.
Yeah, Dr. Schmockter.
Right.
Those pills, if you buy them from a doctor, I think cost, about $15 to $30? Anyone want to pretend like they know?
Right around there, I think. That's what I've heard.
Yes. You gotta pretend like you know, Terry, because we wouldn't know first.
Right.
Hey!
We're real men. We get it up whenever we want.
I need a pill to get it done.
Here it is now. Oh, man.
All right, what happened to this? What happened to this guy who bought a pill for less than $2, Terry?
I regained my composure after hearing Stephen.
Oh, dear.
Well, the pill worked,
Mm-hmm.
but the pill worked so well that he was. I guess, how do you say in a nice way, stiff for 2 days.
Oh, jeez.
Even after, he even
Was that
had.
the nice way you came
well,
to
I
it?
guess so.
So the pill worked. The pill worked too well.
Yes, too well.
He got too potent a dose
Yes.
of a Viagra type situation.
Yes.
And he was, how you say, stiff for 2 days?
Yes, he was stiff for 2 days.
And that's...
and he even had, sexual relations.
For 2 days.
Well, I mean...
It sounds like, Terry, that this is a new and improved pill.
Yeah, what's the problem again?
Well, the problem
you
was...
do hear they do say on the commercials that erections that last for more than 4 hours should be treated immediately.
Right. Well,
I don't know why. Treated by this broad over here. Yeah. What do they mean? That erections that last more than 4 hours, does that become painful?
Dangerous and probably painful, I'm sure.
And he had one that lasted 48 hours.
Yes. Anyway.
And in that 48th hour, he said, maybe someone should take a look at this in the medical field.
Right. Yeah. And he did. He called a doctor who had to surgically drain some blood.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, and the doctor isn't sure why this...
How do you say? Surgically drain blood?
He had to have blood drawn from his old pecker there, huh?
Yes. To relieve the
yes, they put a tourniquet on that.
I don't know.
Like they put that, I don't know, when they draw blood from your arm, they put that not a
the
tourniquet,
little rubber,
that rubber band thing. They do that or no?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I guess probably like a drug addict would, like a heroin addict,
right?
Yeah. Tapping on it,
Something to tie off.
There's a good vein.
Actually, do that to the doctor too.
The moral of the story is don't buy underground Viagra, Terry.
I think so.
Or buy it.
Yes, depending how you look at it.
Right.
The moral of the story could be, hey, buy it. It lasts more than the typical little what? What do you get from Viagra? About I'm pretending I don't know. 30-minute erection?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Well, when the pill was bigger than him, didn't he think maybe there's something wrong with this little underground bit of druggery that he bought there, or no?
Probably not.
Okay. But he had to slice it up with a knife and a fork. All right. Anyway. All right. What else? What else?
Well, since we were on the Viagra tip there, a Democrat in Washington wants to restrict ads for drugs like Viagra and Levitra to after 10 at night because he feels that the commercials are a little out of control during the evening.
Yeah, two people in a bathtub rubbing each other's hands. I can't take it. The ads for alcohol and cigarettes are not allowed on television.
Right. I know.
One could argue this is a medical condition, but when you hear about dudes buying underground pills so they can get 48-hour erections, you realize that more than just people with a medical condition are buying these type of pills. People that just want to be Thunderman are buying these pills, which makes it more recreational, kind of like your cigarettes and your alcohol, Terry.
Right.
Although we all drink our alcohol for our medical conditions.
Sure you do.
Always medicinal purposes.
That's right. Yes, David.
Well, when the ads come on boasting Thunderman, I mean, I think that's, they're not as suggestive as they once were.
And then you go to the closet, put on the big cape with the big T in front.
Yeah, they're not showing old people anymore.
No, it's not.
It's a guy throwing the football through the tire thing.
Right. The guy who threw the football through the tire was old.
Not that old, though. They used to show, like, gray-haired people.
I thought he was pretty old.
Yeah, he's like 50, right?
Now they're showing, like, what, 16-year-olds?
Oh, yeah. It used to be the I've fallen and I can't get up woman.
Exactly.
And now it's like some kid waiting for the school.
People in their 40s.
A kid waiting for the school bus?
Yeah, I've fallen and I can't get it up now.
We're sending help immediately, Mr. Fletcher.
Push this button.
All right, one last one. What do you have?
Are you aware that a family car is dirtier than a toilet?
A family car. Mm-hmm. Well, let me think about the family car here, Terry. Yeah, juice stains on the rearview mirror. Yeah, I would think yes. A family car would be dirtier than a toilet. So what do you want me to do? Take my craps now in a family car?
Well, you might as
so
well.
So I don't ruin the great condition of the toilet?
I guess so.
Imagine what gay phone operator's car must look like.
Oh man.
The Fistery machine, Terry.
Oh, Lord.
Come on.
Is that just, I don't want to ever have to see it firsthand, but does that just have to be the most nasty vehicle ever?
It's a cesspool on four wheels.
Oh, jeez! I mean, obviously, some cars worse than others, right?
Sure,
Terry?
sure.
But you're saying the average family car, because honestly, my car, I don't know if we have a family car. I have what? Little baby and...
Right.
And a wife.
Little wifey, yeah.
So, I don't know if we have the family car. Oh, let's take the family car.
Well, when you get the Astrovan, then you'll have the family
car. Oh, please don't ever get a van.
Okay, thank you. I was really close, Terry. Thanks for steering me the other way.
Honey, Terry said we can't get one.
But my car is kept pretty next to, like, pristine, Terry.
Well, at this point.
Except for the juice stains on the rear view. What's it now?
At this point.
Right.
That's just because little Jaden isn't, throwing crumbs around and eating and...
Right.
in his car
Wiping
seat.
his hands on the back of the seat.
You're not at that point yet. So
it'll be detailed every day.
But you're suggesting, obviously, if I'm reading into it right, with your 5 kids, you have no choice but to have a family car that is
not clean.
Just a disaster.
It is pretty much a disaster, yes. I mean, I do vacuum it and such, but hey.
But still, you can't get rid of the gist stains on the rearview mirror and the cup holder.
I know.
I see. The family car makes it much worse.
It's weird what gets stuck in the cup holder, though.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Wow. That's just tapioca pudding. Anyhow. All right, so what is the point there? So
I just wanted to inform you of that.
Next time you're on the toilet, realize how good you got it.
Right.
Okay.
So they should make cars with like 2,000 flushes.
Mm-hmm.
Flush it and clean it out.
Is there anything you can buy to turn the family car blue?
Oh, no.
All right. Well, it's time to pick a winner for this party plane to Vegas thing, don't you know, Terry?
Can't wait.
Now, I was not blown away by our people that we nominated yesterday, even though I went out of my way to point out how the party plane has a shortage of guys.
Right.
Terry, the 3 guys didn't do anything to dazzle us.
You didn't like Ryan, Russinator, and Johnny?
I'm not choosing any of those guys.
Hit me! It's the get on board and go to Vegas with the Cube staff thingy.
That seems pretty senseless, but whatever.
If you prefer the buffet over the pool, then please don't call us.
A little less conversation, a little more action.
Terry, we're a week away from leaving just about. Wow. Are you believing this?
No.
Is this unbelievable?
Get him up.
A week away from leaving. And yet there are still spots waiting to be won on the party plane to Vegas. But if you were listening yesterday, you heard 3 guys qualify on this show. None of them are getting on.
Aww.
So I'm not going to tell you who else qualified, Terry, on the rest of the day's shows.
Okay.
But just to make it pretty fair. You know the rest of the shows on this here station, Terry. You got the Eric Flowers Show, you got the Shelly Hot Show, you got the Nighttime Players, and you got Julie Pilot. Why don't you just pick one of those shows, and if somebody qualified, because I guess they play like little tedious games of blackjack, and not every time does someone qualify,
Sure.
but if someone qualified on that particular show, the Shelly Hot, the Eric Flowers,
Your
the
9 beat my 6.
Yes. They really know how to play blackjack. Your 26 beats my 23.
Oh, yes.
You win.
Lucky I pulled a 13.
Terry, just pick a show, any show. And if one of those people qualified on that show, they'll be the winner this morning, okay?
Oh, all right.
Julie, you picking Julie co-pilot?
No. Actually, I'll go with the Nighttime Players.
Nighttime Players.
Nighttime Players.
What do we got here? Oh, look at that. Someone did qualify in the Nighttime Players show, Terry.
What's their name?
Nicole Bonnie.
Where are they from?
Redmond.
Come on, Nicole.
Show us how it's done.
Oh, she will, believe me. Nicole Bonnie, you are the winner. You are going on the T-Man's party plane with a guest of yours. Born on December 12th, 1978, Terry.
All righty.
She was born 11 days after the woman I married, Terry, so there is a common little thread there between her and, whatever. Nicole Bonnie is what? She's 26 years of age, and she'll be on the T-Man's party plane to Vegas.
Woo!
Yet another woman.
Another woman.
Thanks
yes.
to you, Terry.
Good job, Terry.
Well done, Terry.
Sorry.
Thanks for helping the ratio that probably you more than anyone wanted to assist. You did the opposite.
But you didn't like any of the 3 guys anyway.
You should have chosen Julie co-pilot's winner.
Oh.
Doesn't matter anyway.
Okay.
When we get back, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go to the phones like never before. Anything you want to talk about is fine with me. Now, there's one subject matter that will not fly, and that's calling up trying to win or qualify for a spot on the party plane. You want to do that? Email.
Okay.
You can email at www.thetmanshow.com, but when we get back, we're going to go through calls, and more calls. The T-Man. You want out of that?
Badly.
Gotta be a team player, buddy.
So, by me eating a free meal, that's being a team player?
Well, it's part of the bonding experience. What we're talking about, Terry, in case you're just getting back in the studio, and I know you are, you're putting on your headphones now.
Yes.
Hotshot was discussing with me during the break. You know how next weekend we leave for the old Vegas trip with the listeners on the party plane?
Yeah.
Well, so many people are going from the station. You know, all the shows are going. Even the part-time staff is going.
Right.
It's a whole Cube 93 experience.
Sure it is.
Well, so many people are going that they set aside one night where they expect all the Cube 93 staff. We're going to leave the listeners to fend for themselves.
Okay.
And they have set up on the itinerary for us all to go to a dinner together.
Oh,
And Hotshot wants out of that dinner in the worst way.
Oh,
You want out of it?
He's going to be playing craps. He's going to be drinking. He's going to be loaded. He just asked me. He said during the break, as we just came back on, we were still having the conversation. Maybe you heard it. He said that he wants very badly to be able to get out of that dinner.
Why?
I don't want to sit across from a table from you.
You might get your thyroid juice on me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people. You don't have to sit next to me.
It is.
That's the
If
point.
that's truly the reason you
It
don't
is
want to go.
designed to be a bonding type experience for the entire Cube 93 staff. We've rarely gotten together in a out-of-state kind of situation, on a vacation type situation, and I think it's kind of nice for the administration and the staff here, the program director, Eric Flowers, and his trusty partner in crime, Shelley Hott, and Julie Co-Pilot, and Mike Tierney, for them all to get together and spring for a big old station dinner.
Whoa.
Unless they're going to throw the check my way. I don't know.
What do you think?
Right.
Yeah.
That's probably what's going to happen. Everybody leaves separately to the bathroom. Oh, just leave T-Man there.
And here's Hotshot now saying he doesn't want to be. Is there a reason? Is there one major reason we can put our finger on as to why you don't want to be there? You expect to be drunk the whole time?
No, I don't think I'll have any. I don't want to go.
Oh, jeez.
You have no desire to talk to any of them.
It's not that I don't want to talk to them. I just don't want to carve out 2 hours to go have dinner with
You don't
my
like structure? Is that it?
coworkers.
That's 2 hours of gambling time that you'll be missing. Is that? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what you're feeling.
Yeah, I don't like being tied down. Okay, you have to be here at 6 o'clock in the lobby. I don't need that.
You don't like the meet in the lobby at 6. We march to the restaurant at 6:15.
Is it a big meet in the lobby? What I mean, I
don't like an itinerary.
Why can't we meet at the restaurant?
Yeah, why don't you just saunter in?
I don't really
wherever?
hang out with these people here. Why would I want to do it in Vegas?
Well, that's
As
kind of
I
the
said.
idea of
That's
the
the
trip,
point.
though, isn't it?
It's designed to be a bonding experience for the staff because they recognize you don't hang out with them here, and that's their thinking behind it. So I know what they're thinking. We're trying to figure out what you're thinking now.
So by me asking Shelley Hart to pass the salt, we're bonded now. We're so close.
Well, she's hoping maybe you'll have more conversation with her than pass the salt.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, we usually aren't around when everybody else comes in.
Well, we are, Terry. You're got a 10:01. But
right.
Pass the salt, nice weather we're having would be a step up from pass the salt. You realize that?
I do.
Hey, I listen to your show every day. It's hot.
Nice weather we're having here in the desert would be a little bit of conversation. That would maybe make you two closer than apparently you are right now.
I mean, I worked here for like almost 10 years, and I don't, I'm not close now.
All
I
right, fine,
don't think
don't
one
go.
dinner is going to magically make it happen.
Or are you afraid this is like an intervention?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Hotshot doesn't want to go.
Okay, then don't let.
I mean,
don't go.
It should be optional, right?
He's
Why is there pressure?
He's a bad guy.
Oh well.
I'm a bad guy for taking a free meal.
Even I'm
not taking a free meal.
Even I'm not complaining about the thought of everyone going to dinner together, man. I'm a good guy. I'm a team player. Everyone knows.
Taking a free meal makes you a good guy, then.
Well, but you're taking a free trip.
I'm a bad guy.
You're taking a free trip.
Well, we're working while we're down there. It's not really a trip to just. I didn't win a
Well,
vacation.
because this is a working trip, then I don't think it's that
we
big of
are
a stretch to go to dinner.
We are doing one show from down there. And by the way, that brings up another issue. We have $1,000 in cash to give away on the show we're doing down there.
Cool.
Amongst the listeners who are winning these trips on the party plane, Terry.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Cool.
Fast cash.
So how they can win the fast cash when they're down there is something we'll have to discuss.
Okay.
But, all right, you know what? I promised calls in this segment.
You did.
We'll get back to Hotshot and his issues. We'll get back to...
take too long, huh?
Just say no. Just say fine. Do whatever.
You know
hot
what?
shot. Don't even
You don't
come.
realize now that Shelley and Eric are probably listening. They're insulted that you're feeling this way, and they're going to tell you not to go. And as a matter of fact, you're uninvited, whether you wanted to go or not.
Promise?
I think they promise.
Okay. I'm in.
So then you won't be at breakfast at 6:30 the next morning.
Right, exactly.
As Simon says in the lobby at 7:15.
Right, that's where it leads.
A shuffleboard tournament at 9. You're not going to be there.
Jeez.
Hey, we're all going to be by the pool.
Right, exactly.
Big group picture.
Come on down.
So you don't like all that.
Wear your cube gear.
All right, let us go to the phones.
We're having a sticker stop at the Mirage Pool. Jeez.
Let's see what's going on out in the real world. You're on the air. Hello. He wants to gamble and drink. I can understand that to some extent, but sometimes you got to sacrifice a couple hours. You slow down your drinking, you stop your gambling, and you sit down like a gentleman. Hey, Shelly.
Yeah, can't wait.
You can wear your nice sweatpants. It'll be great.
So you're still playing stroking and stuff?
Right, exactly. It's nothing personal against the staff. I'm not interested.
It really is.
But it is.
Yes, it is. No matter how you slice it, it's personal against the staff.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how they'll look at it.
I don't want to sit with you guys. I don't want to eat dinner with you. But it's not personal.
Right. It's a group of your friends, you do it, right?
No, not really. I'm not really into, like, structured dinners. This is guy. Hey, how you been doing?
Hotshot just picks at a turkey leg that's been in his refrigerator for, I guess, for years.
You don't like people telling you what to do and where to be.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Okay.
We're having dinner at 6 and you better be there.
Oh, jeez.
So he gets to the airport. The plane leaves now. I'm here.
I don't like the plane telling me when I got to go.
I know.
Yeah, see, I
I
don't.
want to leave at 2:15, not 1:15.
You're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Team Answer?
Yes, what's up?
Hey, I had some advice for you, actually.
Mm-hmm. I need it.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
I have some advice to ask from you.
Oh, ask from me. Okay.
I thought it was
You said
for
you had
you.
some advice for me. Go. What's the advice you need, sir?
Yeah, I want to ask you some, actually, it's not really relationship advice. It's just some real advice.
All right, fine. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. I'm actually a delivery driver for Sears.
Mm-hmm.
And
Are you the softer side of Sears?
a very attractive older woman.
You what with a very attractive older woman?
Yeah, very attractive older woman. And she invited me to have dinner with her, you know, at one of the nights of the week. And this was like a couple weeks ago.
So this is one of the ladies you were making a delivery to. You were dropping off a washer, dryer. He's not hearing. He's just talking. He can't hear a word I'm saying.
He's blocking you out and just going on.
So I'm asking you, sir, if you can hear me okay. This is just one of the deliveries that was on your route on a particular day. You were dropping off a bit of Sears materials. Right. And she...
Big Kenmore freezer.
Yes. I don't know what they sell at Sears. I haven't been there in a while. And you were asked out by this woman. Was that right? Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you guys just real loud.
It's real loud.
T-Man, I need some advice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need some advice. That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Yes. She asked. You got asked out by a woman on your route.
You got me so far?
I don't know if you can hear me. That's the problem.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. You got asked out by a woman that you were dropping off something she had purchased. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can hear just a lot of other talking.
I'll tell you, you got to shut up when I'm talking.
Maybe you should turn down your radio.
Yeah, I think that's.
Is your radio distracting you, sir? Sir?
Yes.
Is your radio distracting you?
My radio's turned down all the way.
All the way.
Actually, it's turned off.
Okay. Well, I'm asking you one last time.
Anyway,
oh, jeez.
Okay, to make a long story short, she invited me to some dinner. We went and had dinner, hung out. We hung out for about a week and a half. And then last week sometime, as we, kind of hanging out and stuff, I got a chance to meet her family.
All right.
And after I met her family, I met her daughters and her son. Her son's about 5 or 6. And then she's got a daughter that's 15 and one daughter that's actually 21.
All right, where are we going with this?
She's 38, but I'm only 25.
Okay, so what?
So her daughter's a little closer to age to me, and she's very attractive, just like her mom is.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, so I got a chance to meet her family. We went out for dinner. We were supposed to do something last weekend, and I went over to, see if we could do something, and she was actually at work, and I didn't get a chance to really talk to her, so I talked to her daughter. I was actually waiting around for her.
Dude, I'm ready to hang myself.
What?
Where are we going with this? What's the question?
Well, I made out with her daughter.
Okay.
And
good. The Daily Double.
Yeah, kind of.
All right.
Well, we didn't have sex. We just kind of messed around a lot.
All right.
But,
so what?
The advice I'm really asking is, do I tell the mom and...
Tell the mom that you messed around with the daughter? No, I would keep that information from her. Let her daughter tell her if she wants to tell her. Meantime, you work both ends.
So just keep going for the both ends?
Absolutely.
And don't go for one of them?
As long as it lasts.
As long as it lasts?
Absolutely. Why not?
Well, now, do you think because the daughter knows that I messed around with the mom, do you think that maybe...
You don't have much feelings for the mom, obviously, right?
Well, I don't.
And it's
I haven't known her that long.
The mom and the daughter are both...
I've only been intimate with her one time.
The mom and the daughter are both pretty hot, right?
Well, yeah, they're totally the opposite. The mom's blonde hair, fake. They both got fake boobs.
The daughter knew. The daughter knew that you were together with the mom, and to some degree, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't stop her. It didn't stop her from messing around with you.
And basically we started kind of kissing, and then
perfect.
And I said that we shouldn't do this type of thing, and then we kept kind of going.
I love saying that when you should do it.
Yeah.
I love saying whether it should or shouldn't be done, Terry. It's so naughty.
And you don't really mean it, though.
No one ever means it. All you mean is, this is so hot, I'm trying to make it even hotter. I shouldn't be doing this.
Trying to push him away a little bit.
You got a boyfriend. I shouldn't be slamming you like this. But it feels so good. Keep saying those things. Good. Exciting times for you, dude. Unless you're making it up, it's exciting times for you. I'm very proud of you.
I'm
all right? Keep it working. Keep it working until that awkward confrontation, and that's even fun in itself.
You live in Houghton?
Oh, jeez.
Huh?
T-Man.
Yes.
At one point, did you live in Houghton?
Perhaps. I don't know.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I wasn't sure. But anyway, about 4 years ago, I think you got a washer and dryer from Sears. I was going to deliver it.
I remember after we made out, we said we shouldn't have been doing this. It was terrific. Luckily, I don't have a daughter. You don't cheat on me. Nothing worse than when your Sears delivery driver cheats on you, Terry.
Right.
Nothing more humiliating than that. I thank you for the call, sir. It was quite a conversation. Are these phone lines something that need to be looked at, or what?
I think it was him.
It was him.
I think it was.
I do, too.
All right. Well, we'll see in a couple of seconds when we take the next call, and I bet we can't wait for that.
Nope, it's the phone lines.
You're on the air. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Yes, hi. Can you hear me? You're screaming, T-Man.
Yeah.
Maybe the power thing yesterday.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, well then, what can I do for you?
I have a question for you.
All right, please.
Okay. We had our dog sat by some friends and for a weekend, and then the dog came home.
Did your dog... Wait. Hold on a second. You had your dog what for the weekend?
They dog sat him.
Oh, they dog sat. They watched out for his well-being. They fed him. They walked him. They molested him and all that other fun stuff.
Well, yeah, I think so. Because when we came home...
Yes.
When my husband put the dog out,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden he's freaking out, and he's like, oh, my God, something's hanging from its butt, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so fix it. And he's like, yeah, I'm not touching it. So I go out, and there's a great big
something hanging from your dog's butt, and it was a condom? You know what? Is this the Liars Hotline? Is that what we are now, Terry?
Liars Hotline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It doesn't take more than 2 calls now to get to the bullcrap caller of the day. There was no condom hanging from your dog's ass. Stop lying to try to get all your coworkers to talk to you about how you had a fun morning on the T-Man show. There was no Trojan end from Rover's butt crack. And you know you're lying.
I am not. You could call my husband. He'd tell you.
Oh, I could call your husband. I didn't realize I could get that kind of verification.
I know. He's got your back.
It was probably hanging from your husband's ass, and he just put it on your dog's ass.
No. But think about this.
I already have thought about it. And
No, but scary. Okay, does that mean he ate the condom,
mm-hmm.
and it came out the other end?
Right.
Or were my friends having safe sex with the dog?
Neither. You're making up the story.
I am not. I am still not.
Your dog was returned to you, but the people that were dog sitting and molesting the dog all weekend forgot to take the condom out of the dog's ass. That's what you want us to believe.
I am not lying.
Of course not.
I am not. No.
Dog molesters are just so careless these days, Terry.
Right.
They're just dying to be caught. They're screaming for help, perhaps.
Maybe so.
And in their effort to scream for help and assistance for their bad ways of going about their life, they leave condoms in the ass of the creature that they've been violating all weekend long.
Right.
Yeah, it was scary.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
I worked for a veterinarian. You
All
can
right.
ask him. I came to work and told him.
Okay, let's play along. Did you confront the dog sitters as to why this condom was left lodged in Spot's ass?
Come here, Spot.
Actually, I did call her.
Oh, it was a female.
Yeah. Well, it's the whole family. And she said, she laughed too, but then she said she confronted her son, and he said, oh, my God, Mom, no. Like, I didn't have sex in the house. Like, we believe that. But then that made me more worried, because then I was afraid somebody was having safe sex with the dog.
Well, Well, if you're going to have sex with a dog, as Stephen would point out, and I'm sure he's going to do some public service announcements at any point now, safe sex is the way to go.
I mean, the whole eating of the condom, heck no, that could never happen.
That was disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Most dogs, I don't think, would tolerate that.
No.
I mean, my dog would turn around and bite off whatever is going on in that area.
That's true. You're right, absolutely.
See how quick Stephen answered? Most dogs wouldn't tolerate that. No.
No, they don't.
Right.
But anyway, I thought you might enjoy the story.
Yeah, we did, totally. Yeah, call back with a good line next week, too. Okay, very good. Thanks for the call. 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This is not the liar's hotline, as I just pointed out.
Right.
This is not an effort to just waste everyone's time. I am here, sent by powers stronger than us to be here to help those in need, Terry.
I know.
And when people like her call for a good little yuck,
yuck,
all they're doing is wasting the time of a fellow listener that may be in serious strife. Does she care about that person's plight?
Obviously
not.
Yep.
It's getting her jollies.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it hasn't really been as fractious as I had hoped.
I advertise this day as a Fractious Friday.
Right. So let's get fractious, people.
Right. Jeez. Already. No way better to get fractious than going to the whiny bathtub lady. Talk about living the lie. Good morning, Whiny. How are you?
I'm okay.
Has been a while since we've talked to you, yes?
Yes, and I've been on hold, and I'd already took my bath and everything. I was trying to bring back the good old days.
What time did you call this morning?
I don't know.
That you've been on hold for? You what?
7:30.
So you've been on hold for an hour. Okay, that's not a record-setting bit of time.
For me, it is.
You've been on hold longer than that in the past. Anyway, all right. What's been going on in your life? How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
So you're telling us we could have caught you in the bathtub if we would have picked up your call at 7:30, but we're too late now.
Yep, I'm dressed and ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Ready to go where, Whiny? Where do you have to go?
I'm going to go, I don't know, for a drive.
Dressed and ready to go, Terry.
That's right.
Ready to go on that drive.
Oh, boy.
I have to get out of here.
In that toilet bowl of a family car. Whiny, what do you expect to have happen on your drive today? Some naughty things?
I don't know. I wanted to go to Las Vegas.
You're not going on the party plane. If that's why you're calling, you could forget it.
I want to know what I can do.
If you would have emailed like a regular person, maybe you would have had a chance. You have emailed?
Well, I guess the email didn't wow you.
Let me see. Is this your email?
Yep.
Well,
yes.
When did you email?
This morning.
Oh, well, I haven't looked at the emails this morning.
Well, it's there.
Well, if it's good,
it's there.
If it catches our eye, then maybe you'll be on. But you have to realize that the party plane, the T-Man's party plane, was really designated for young, hot women.
Ooh, young.
Young.
And hot.
Both?
I am 44 going on 28.
Now, when I say young, hot women, isn't that kind of right then and there? Strike two immediately?
I told you I'm 44 going on 29.
Is that right?
It was 28.
Yeah, you're aging right before our very eyes.
Boy, cigarettes do that to you.
Aging by the minute.
So wait, you're only 44, Whiny?
I am.
I think you've been 44 for the past 6 years, if I remember right.
Saying that, and I've been 44.
So every time
for a year.
I've been saying that for the past 6 years when I tell you I'm 44.
Right. No.
Whiny.
What?
Are you sure you're only 44?
I am positive.
Mm-hmm. Do you look better than ever, or?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm having fun.
Oh, yeah? I heard you're married again. Isn't that what you told us last time?
Yeah.
Aren't you remarried to the same guy?
Yeah,
well, I guess that would be the term remarried. And he's treating you better than he did the first time around?
No, that's why I got back in the bathtub. I was going to tell you my whiny story.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
are you having extramarital affairs again?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
But you're taking a long drive today.
I am.
Is there a very strong possibility, or at least a minute possibility, that on this long drive today you could meet a handsome stranger and get all bathtub-ish?
Possibly.
Where are you going to drive to? You don't know, right?
No, not yet. I haven't decided.
What direction? North, south, east, west?
It's quite the life.
A circle?
I'm going towards Olympia.
What are you going to wear?
I'm going to wear my clothes. Don't drive without my clothes on.
All right, Wani, thanks for the call, all right?
No.
She is
I want
sharp.
to go. I want to go, and I want you to read my email because
all right,
I really
I promise I'll read your email.
That guy
all right?
remarried her.
Then I'll wipe my ass with it and move on with my day. Okay?
That's not nice.
Well, not always the nicest guy in the world, but
Why
at
don't you
least I'm
send
going on the.
Swagger out to take a
At least
bath?
I'm going on the station dinner.
Yeah.
I'm going to that.
Why don't you take Swagger out and let him try my show? You guys gave it to, what's her name?
The hell are you talking about?
She wants to go back on, do the tub show.
Oh, the one in Bathtub Lady Tub Show? Well, that was a nice little feature on the program for a little bit of time, but it's over now. You got to move on from things, Whiny. You gotta recognize that sometimes things and their time is over.
Kind of like marriages.
My time's over?
Your time as the Whiny Bathtub Lady with the road show is over. Maybe one day we'll have a reunion tour. I mean, the Brady's are getting back together for a reunion on one of the channels I saw at a commercial recently.
Really?
Wow.
Are they all still alive?
Mm-hmm.
No, they're not.
Oh, they're not? Oh, well,
alive.
Mike Brady's dead. Yeah. Okay. All right. Barely alive, Whiny. Thanks for the call.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. It's Whiny Bathtub Lady checking in, Terry.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Glad to hear from her, huh?
Now, if she was going to the station staff dinner, I can understand you saying, I don't need that. Right.
Do I need Harris Francis asking me for, the A1 sauce or whatever? Is that what I need in my life?
You want to kick it with Super Sam?
Stephen's waiting for an answer. He asked you
I'll kick it. That's
he asked you a
fine.
very direct question. Don't you want to kick it with Super Sam?
Doesn't mean eat dinner with the guy.
Oh, jeez.
I'm happy to go hang out and party. I want to sit down at a dinner with
So you would like
station heads.
to everybody to go on this little trip and then just ignore you and leave you alone.
I didn't say that. I said I didn't want to go to the dinner.
So you would...
Is Shelly hot? Very offended, I'm sure.
You would hang
Eric
out...
Flowers.
The first time?
You would hang out if they said, if they didn't say, don't... Well, what am I trying to say? Jeez.
Yeah,
Dump
I'm
again?
in trouble.
Want me to dump that, Stephen?
Yeah. Now, if they're taking us all to the Motley Crue concert, I'd go.
Of course. Let me, I'll be first in line, too. Let me read this couple of emails here that might stand out for today. This one is fairly interesting. Dear T-Man, my longtime boyfriend and I just broke up for the millionth time.
Wow.
He was awful to me when we were together, cheating, lying, etc. Now he keeps sending me flowers to my office every day, giving me gifts, the whole 9 yards, trying to maneuver his way back into my life yet again. I can't take it. I've got to get myself from out of this cycle. I've gone back to him too many times. I don't want to do it again. I'm young. I'm pretty. I'm in great shape. I'm ready for change! I think if I could go to Vegas with you guys on your party plane, it would allow me to just breathe and get myself out of this endless cycle that I've been in. Who knows? I might even wind up staying down there for good.
Wow.
So in other words, the party plane may have a certain number of people on it on the way down.
Right.
And to a smaller extent, or a lesser, there'll be a smaller number of people on the way back.
Right.
Terry, stories like that have happened before.
Yeah.
I've talked to many a person in Vegas. Yeah, I came down here for a trip about 12 years ago. I'm still here. Now, what do you want your car parked, sir?
Yeah.
There are a lot of stories like that, Terry.
Yeah, I'm sure there
People
are.
stay down there. Mm-hmm. Start a life anew. Why not start it in Vegas?
Right.
This woman needs to break out from the spin cycle that she's in.
Well.
Can you understand that, Terry?
I can.
Does that happen to many a woman?
Oh,
do you
many a
feel
woman.
for a woman like that?
Yes, I do.
Even though she knows better, she keeps going back to the same guy. And why? She doesn't point out why in the email, but it's just blaring out. It's staring everyone in the face. Big penis? Is that what's happening here, Terry? I mean, tell me. It's got to be it, right? Good sex, let's put it that way. Is that something that has to be a given or no? Could she be going back to the same guy who's giving her bad sex?
Well,
with all the other things she points out were a part of the relationship that they had together.
I'm sure
the lying,
being comfortable with their sexual activity, sure.
The lying, the cheating, the bad relationship that she identifies they had, it wouldn't all be a problem as far as going back yet again, time after time with this guy, if it weren't for good sex, right?
Yeah,
okay.
it's always a possibility.
All right. I don't think I even need to ask if I were to call this woman as to whether they were having good or bad sex.
Right, probably not.
Huh? Dear T-Man.
Willing to take it just for the sex.
I'm writing to get a seat on the party plane to Vegas. If I win, I will bring my husband, even though I know you said the other day that couples need not be on the plane. But we are not your average couple. We like to party with the ladies, if you know what I mean. I really need more information. I heard that there were mostly ladies on your party plane. We would like to hook up with some of these hotter ladies, have a little fun in our room. We'll even let you watch if you want.
Wow.
Oh, well, thank you so much. That's such the offer.
What a nice invite, huh?
To see you and your fat husband getting down on some of the party plane goers in your room is quite the treat. I'll set up the concession stand and the grandstand right now, Terry.
Sure. I'll take a hot dog and a cotton candy, please.
Get the tripod out.
Thank you. What's her name? Ami, but I will take a pass on that one. Should I take a pass on that one?
Yeah, probably.
Her name's On Me?
On Me? What?
Because a lot of these swinger couples, a lot of these married couples that think they're so big time because they bring other people in their relationship are very fugly, fat, disgusting, greasy, lint everywhere.
Ooh.
Navel, underarms, you name it. Don't think you're doing me some big favor. It's not some big treat to watch you having fat sex.
Sounds like you were disappointed in your neighborhood swinger party.
David, I don't want to talk about it.
Jeez.
I don't have to go to a swinger party to know the way things like this are happening. All right?
Gotcha.
Show me a real hot-ass swinger married couple. Show me them. Show them to me, Terry.
I don't know.
They're almost impossible to find. The greatest ass-looking husband and wife duo that love to bring other women into their marriage, into their bedroom. Show me who they are. I'm not taking a chance. I'm not taking a chance on the drastic odds that are stacked up against me by accepting this letter writer's invitation.
Okay.
Because the odds tell me clearly that this is a fat, disgusting couple. Thinking that they're doing some major thing to get me excited here. No thanks. But send a picture.
Fat, disgusting, but willing to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, willing to do anything, Mr. T-Man. You can watch.
Wow.
How's that for an invitation? Shut up! Shut up and die!
Unless, of course, you are hot.
Want to be quite the little addition to that little staff dinner?
Yeah.
Shut up! Shut up and die! I just wanted the A1 sauce. What's the problem?
I know.
The A1. Oh, boy. Can't wait.
Sit at the kids' table.
I just get a little bit fed up with people that really in their minds think they're doing me such a big favor.
I know.
All right?
Yep.
Spare me, please. You disgusting beast woman.
Wow. Not only
What if she's really
fat,
hot?
she's a beast as well.
What if she's really hot and I just really blew it here, Terry?
Well, then you blew it.
It's not happening. I guarantee you it's not. I'm not missing out on anything.
Are we taking bets on that?
She didn't offer to send a picture with her email, Terry. Does that tell me anything I didn't know already? Come on.
Maybe she's modest.
Yeah, okay. That's a good one, Stephen. Yeah.
Freaking break. People think I'm so desperate that I need to watch your fat ass. Is that what I am? Some desperado?
Oh, but T-Man, when it jiggles.
Beach Jubilee.
With
something else going on, yeah.
Yeah, I
Maybe we can all
know.
cram into her room. Well, that I'll go to.
That's a staff dinner, huh?
If you would like to email the T-Man and try to get on the party plane, go to www.thetmanshow.com. That's www.thetmanshow.com. Join now.
The T-Man.
Heads up!
Q93 congratulates the...
I got it. All right, the rest of the song pretty much goes that way.
Well, he's caught up.
Yes, we got the point. Wow. And we've moved on. Now, I didn't know that Hotshot was being serious. I got a call during the break that Motley Crue will actually be in Vegas next weekend. We're there on Sunday night at the Hard Rock Cafe.
That's right.
Is that why you mentioned them? You want to go to that concert?
Yes, I do.
It's a sold-out concert.
It is.
You have tickets?
I do not.
You and Kilbreth already look into that?
We did.
Wow.
Screaming shout out the devil at the top of my lungs on Easter Sunday.
That would be cool. Cool concert.
Please don't strike me down, Lord.
Right. So, like, the whole Motley Crue will be Tommy Lee,
Tommy Lee, Vince Neil, Nikki Sixx, and Mick Mars all in the house.
All of them. It's not like one guy and a new band.
It's a reunion tour. That's why it's sold out. We're back together for the first time in a while.
Sunday night, next weekend in Vegas.
At the Joint, yes.
Yeah, they've been there they've had several shows sold out.
Oh, jeez.
You want me to give up today?
Want me to dump that, Steven?
I need to give up today.
Yeah.
Maybe we can just take Steven out of the show for best of purposes.
Yeah, edit it out. Yeah. Seems like I am, though, when I listen.
And now, well,
kind of like the promos, too.
It doesn't just seem that way.
Yeah. Those are all the days I was gone.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
So you two are going to try to buy them on eBay, or what are you going to do?
Maybe eBay, yes.
Kilbreath and Hot Shot and we'll talk about a Motley Crue at a concert at the Hard Rock there.
I know.
Oh, jeez!
They're expensive, though.
Watch out.
Now, Hot Shot won't have dinner with the staff in Vegas, as he pointed out, but he will have lunch with strangers today.
Really?
Because I didn't even realize this. He's making an appearance today. Ladies and gentlemen, be aware of this, especially if you're on the East Side. Hot Shot is an East Side boy himself. He went to Issaquah High, and today he'll be making an appearance where? In Bellevue?
Bellevue.
And the first 100 people that show up get a free lunch.
Wow.
It's at a 7-Eleven in Bellevue. Steven's showing up now.
Is that after Hot Shot gets done with his, or what?
So he won't have dinner with the staff, but he'll have lunch with listeners in Bellevue.
Whoa.
The first 100
paid him to go to dinner.
I guess the talent fee has something to do with that. The first, you do it for the love of strangers, though, don't you?
That is correct.
The first 100 people that show up to the 7-Eleven that you'll be at today get, according to what it says here, a free sandwich, drink, chips, and dessert.
Ooh, chips tasty.
Too. As only 7-Eleven can do, Terry. They have new fresh sandwiches at 7-Eleven.
Really?
That's right.
Wow, fresh?
Yes.
All right.
They're making them right before your very eyes, I guess. I don't know.
Good to know.
Now, where is this 7-Eleven you're going to be at? Do you want to tell everyone or no?
Sure. It's on 148th in Bellevue.
That's a nice little joint area. That's where Savvy and Bellevue used to be, right?
Yeah.
Until they went out of business.
Right.
It's the one kind of by Sammamish High School, or there used to be a Kmart there. It's
so it's further south.
Yes, it's in between like I-90 and 520 on 148th.
So where that Red Robin and that shopping center and that Fred Meyer used to be, it's further south than that.
Yes.
I can stop by and get my sandwich, my drink, my chips, my dessert.
Yes, you can.
Wow, what kind of dessert?
I'm going to eat 96 of them myself. There'll be 4 left for the listeners, so get there early.
See?
But he's just joking, ladies and gentlemen, because it says right here on the copy, and they have to abide by this, the first 100 people that show up at 11 a.m.
Wow.
or soon thereafter, the first 100 people.
They'll be lined up.
You don't just get a free sandwich, then don't stop there.
Oh, no.
You don't just get a drink and a sandwich. You don't just get a drink, chips, and a sandwich. You get a sandwich, a drink, chips, and dessert.
Whoa.
That's a lot.
What's dessert there, a Tootsie Pop?
I'm not sure what that consists of, but stop by and find out.
That's today at 11 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. 7-Eleven in the Sammamish High School area. Is that right?
That is correct, on 148th, yes.
On 148th, Hotshot Scott down there, making everyone smile.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yes.
Everyone but the staff.
Mm-hmm.
They'll probably be happy I'm not there. They'll be smiling when I'm not there.
Okay. Now, I read a email in the last segment.
Yes.
About the woman who wrote me suggesting that she and her husband like to branch out and bring others into their relationship. And if I were to be so kind as to pick her to go to Vegas, she would present me with the luxury, with the gift of allowing me to watch them in action, Terry, because I'm such a desperate soul. If she was hot, I would be as desperate as they come, Terry. But I don't feel it. She's on the line. One of these lines she is called in right now. Should I allow her to leapfrog over all the other people that have been waiting so we can get a comment from her, or make her wait and turn?
Leapfrog so you can just verify that what you believe.
That she's fugly?
Yes. And get it out of the way. And then we can move on to...
Even 7-Eleven, when they see her coming, they're like, oh, we're closed, man.
Exactly.
You're on the air. Is this the lady whose letter I read in the last segment?
Yes, it is.
Oh, she sounds decently hot. Yeah, right. What can I do for you, love?
Well, I just like to let you know that I am hot and I'm not ugly.
Of course, who is it? Why don't you send a picture with your email if you're so gorgeous?
Because I didn't think about it. I can send you one today, though.
You didn't realize that email had those capabilities, huh?
Yeah, I thought it was text only.
Well, no, shut up. I know that you can send pictures, but I didn't even think about it because
Your name is Ami?
No, it's not Ami.
It's Amy. Why do you have to spell with an I?
Because
I knew a woman
that's how my mom spelled it.
I knew a woman who spelled her name A-M-I, and she pronounced it Ami.
Well, I'm Amy.
All right, Amy.
All right.
And you're going to send a picture?
Well, don't you want to know what the hubby looks like, too, since it's the twosome
He's
there?
greasy and tubby, Terry. I
So
don't need
she's
to know what
hot
he
and
looks
he's
like.
greasy and tubby.
If she's hot enough, it won't matter what he looks like. Maybe I will watch.
What's wrong with greasy and tubby?
Oh, jeez. Man. All right, send that picture. And so what's the deal? You're always bringing how often do you bring women into your marriage?
We've done it twice.
And how has it worked out for you?
What?
How has it worked out?
It's worked out great.
Do you let your husband penetrate these women?
Yeah.
You do?
Uh-huh.
He's allowed any access to any orifice on the strange woman that he wants.
Yeah.
If he wants to give her a little anal sensation, he can do that?
If he wants to, yeah. And if she'll let him.
And you never get jealous?
No.
What if she's moaning in ecstasy and you don't moan that way when your husband screws you? Doesn't that make you a little bit feeling awkward or no?
No, I do moan when it makes me feel good, but I like to see that he can, make other women feel as good as he makes me feel.
Really? Why? What does that do for you?
Did he convince you of
It
that?
excites me. I don't know.
It excites you to watch your husband bring another woman to the absolute heights of ecstasy.
Yeah.
See, he's really good. I told you.
do you ever bring a dude into your little marital steamy situations? No, you're not into other men.
No.
And he obviously is not pushing for that.
No, that doesn't matter. I mean, if I wanted to, he would let me, but I don't need one.
So you don't think one day, even though you are positioning yourself right now as the non-jealous type and all that other good stuff, you don't think one day you're just going to watch him having sex with a woman and you'll just find something and you snap and you'll just start going crazy, maybe pick up a hatchet or something sharp nearby and start stabbing away? That's never going to happen.
No, that's.
I always worry about you ladies that claim.
Because, we have the agreement that, when anytime one of us feels uncomfortable, we just let each other know. And
you've never felt that way up till now?
No, up till now.
And you don't feel like he's getting a lot more out of this than you're getting out of it?
No, because I want to be with women.
You want to be with women, and you love watching him with women. Hmm? And you consider yourself happily married?
Oh, yeah.
You consider yourself soulmates, and you'll be married till the day you die, or no one could look that far into the future?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Nope.
How long have you been married?
We've been married a year.
And how old are you? Oh,
I'm 20.
Why is someone laughing in the background? Are you making this whole story up?
No.
Then who's that laughing in the background? Is that him?
He's talking to his friend on the phone, yeah.
That was a woman.
That was a woman.
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
You're such a liar.
Oh, my God, I am not a liar.
Bullcrap caller, Andy Miller of the day. Yeah.
No.
It's almost a rarity now when people call and tell the truth.
I know.
No, I would not lie.
Well, that woman ruined it for you. Now, even with your picture, you have no shot of coming on the plane. Tell that woman, whoever she is, she ruined your chances. You were actually scoring points with us. You were actually winning me to your side. Then that woman cracked up in the background.
That wasn't a woman. That was my husband. Do you want to talk to him?
That was a woman, okay?
No, it was my husband. Do you want to talk to him?
Oh, it is a man.
It is. Oh, my God. Well, he laughs like a girl.
See?
Wow. I'm sorry.
Maybe there's a woman there, though.
No, he has a high-pitched voice, Stephen. That was him.
Yeah, it was.
He laughs. Maybe his laugh was high-pitched, but no.
Have him laugh again.
Laugh again.
That was him. Wow.
That was him.
I apologize. Maybe all these people that we think are lying to us on the line, Terry, are always telling the truth.
Over-skeptical now.
Tickets. I've been telling you the truth since
All right.
day
Well,
one.
as I said, I now reposition myself to the point where you are gaining those points back again that I told you were gaining. And if you send that picture and we think that it's manageable, maybe we'll consider you for this party plane.
Okay.
All right.
I'll send you a picture, but keep me on hold.
All right, fine.
She wants your reaction right away.
Wow. Hey, Pasty, jump on that line. Have her send a picture right to you immediately if she can.
Boy.
Freakazoids. Couple of freakazoids found each other and got married, Terry.
But they've only been married a year.
Screw her, baby. Screw her. Give it to her good like you give me, my hubby.
Yeah, right. Cheer them on.
Shouldn't a normal person get a little jealous when they see
Not feeling that.
when they see their husband just bringing a woman the ruckus as good as can be brought, Terry?
See me walking.
She's screaming, "Oh, yes, do me!" And you're sitting there as his wife going, "Yeah, do her! Do her!" Kind of love that, though, Terry. Get me excited.
No, you wouldn't.
Very healthy for a relationship.
No, I wouldn't want it in my relationship, but
Right.
believe me.
Yeah, you don't see yourself walking a guy out to the car. She's awesome, huh?
I'd rather be with a woman that if she agreed to the threesome, somewhere along the way she'd snap and hack us up in 37 pieces.
Oh, okay.
That's a normal type woman.
Yes.
Yes.
It is.
Terry's agreeing a little too. They're like 37. How about 53 pieces? Man. So you gonna send that picture right away? What are you typing there? You're typing a letter to her, aren't you? Dear swingers, I have a Magnum. I know you normally don't accept men, but me and Sissy Sisterson could be over later today.
The T-Man.